Hello everyone, CatManRobloxxx here with another video. Okay, that's just a weird intro at this point. So today, as you can already tell, I'm going to be testing the lights in Bloxburg. So, the lights are found in the decorate section, and if you've been playing Bloxburg ever since it came out really, you'll know that you can change the colour of the light. So as you saw there, I placed down a sleek ceiling light, and its colour is pearl. So I'm going to make it a bright white, and you can see it does the job pretty well. However, if you put down too many, it'll just make it too bright too fast. So like, look at that, and then brightness alert. Okay, let me undo that, that's too bright. If someone was watching this on dark volume, dark volume. Anyways, so you can see with one white, it's pretty good. And obviously there's natural lighting from the sun and stuff like that. It's really just the sun. The moon does give out some, I guess. However, in Bloxburg, it mainly requires actual lights. Like, this has a lot of lights, however, if I was to just get rid of this one here, it'll make it a lot darker. So, yeah, obviously having those windows, it makes it brighter with the natural lighting. So that's one of them. I'll get rid of the windows though, just because I want to test it with just the lights. So yeah, now I'll move on to the next colour, which I'll do beige. So beige is probably a colour that not many people use for lights. I mean, they use linen a lot, but let's have a look at beige. So beige is sort of like linen, except it's brighter than linen. It's probably more like a yellowy sort of version of oyster, because it looks the exact same except for the colour. So you can see it's pretty bright. It's definitely a place you could go with, because it has light. So let's see just what happens if I add in 3 lights. So you can see that's like a lot brighter. That's probably the equivalent to 2 of the white lights. So then let's try, like what I did with the other one, adding in a lot. It just looks all yellow. Okay, let's get rid of those lights. Shrink it back down to 1 light. So you can see it's definitely livable. And if you want to make this maybe dark, if you make this light maybe, okay, let's try making it dark stone grey. You can see that it makes it a lot brighter. Well, it doesn't actually, but it just looks like it does. So, yeah, now for the next one. So this one's interesting. And I'm doing one that I wouldn't normally do. So I lost connection, but now I'm back. So I've done 2 colours. So now I'm going to do an interesting one. So this one I'm going to do a dark sort of colour, which is dark stone grey. Did I even get the light? Okay, let's make that dark stone grey. Unless I did. Okay, so you can see that's a lot darker. And then, so that is with dark stone grey. And then that's it normally. So it's basically the same. So now let's try making it even darker. So this is basically just going to be a dark one. So you can see it's just dark. And then if you add in a white light, let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure it'll just go up. Yep. So the brightness just increases a lot when you add in a white light. So that definitely means you shouldn't use very dark lights, unless you're trying to balance out your lights. Obviously, this is just my opinion, and it's completely up to you. Oh, wait, sage green. That's actually a pretty good one. This is actually an okay one because it doesn't reflect too much green at all. And it's pretty, not bright, but not dark either. I actually have used this one time before. Then I got rid of it though. So that could always be a good green to use. Okay, so now I'm getting into the weirder colours, like blue and red. I mean, not just yet, because I want to try out the yellow tones. Is that the one I'm doing? No, it's this one here. So you can see, like, Cadet blue, I think that's how you pronounce it, reflects the blue a fair bit, and fog does too. So these all do a little bit. Let's try these. Yeah, so these really reflect it. Okay, so let's try using really blue with a dark colour. So the dark colour seems to do nothing at all. Because that's like, yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's try then maybe colouring it sage green and seeing what happens. That's cloudy grey. Okay, let's try cloudy grey. It definitely weakens the blue colour. However, that's like 3 extra lights you need, and it's still showing. So I probably wouldn't recommend using a blue. However, it really depends on what you're trying to build. Obviously, if you're going for like an ocean theme or something like that, using blue would be a good idea. Wait, what happened to me using yellow? I don't even know. Okay, I'll use yellow now, I guess. Let's have a look at yellow. Let's take that off and have a look. So, here are the yellows. There's some that would be okay, like khaki is actually a pretty good one. So is brick yellow, might be a bit dark though. New yellow, probably not. Pastel yellow is actually a pretty good one. So pastel yellow, white, pastel yellow. Yeah, I'd say pastel yellow is actually probably a pretty good colour, turns out. I actually thought it would be a bad one. However, it's probably best to use like pastel brown, white, yellow. Why did I say white and then yellow? Brown, then white. So you can see the difference between buttermilk and pastel yellow. Basically, buttermilk just doesn't show on the balls that much, and it darkens it a bit. But I'd still recommend pastel yellow as probably the better one out of the two. Okay, so now I'm going to go for, what's that colour there? Cloudy grey, yep. I'll go with that. I just felt like getting a random one. I'm going to do red probably last. These all filled up. No, I haven't emptied one there. Okay. So I'll do cloudy grey quickly, and then I'll do red. So it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It shows bright tinges, but not that many. It's brighter than hurricane grey though. I guess cork isn't really there. Sort of looks like it could be though. Around the same colour, just yellower. So I'd still probably not say to use cloudy grey. It sort of is like medium stone grey. So yeah, that's up to you. So now I'll be doing, if I can even get up there, red. So there's a heap of reds, there's 4. And you can see this one is definitely the brightest of them all. and this is the darkest. So I'm going to be trying the bright red with that. Wait, is that even the bright red? That's not bright red, is it? No. This one is. So you can see that 2 whites cancel it out. 1 almost does. Then if you were to colour that red, then obviously that would make it different. So that's just with a red. So it mainly goes onto the wall, but it doesn't make it that bright. I'll be getting out of build mode once I've done all the colours and seeing which one's the best. So I have the last 3 to go, so I'll just speedrun doing them.
Okay, so now let's test what these all look like. I don't know how that costs 6k. I don't know if that's meant to be a lot or not too much. So this is with all of them combined. So you can see that red barely does anything except just makes that red. So this is probably too bright, because you can mainly just see the, well, all of them combined makes just a really dark but light colour. So I'm going to try this one here. Now this one's dark, however it makes it brighter, but it shows on the wall. Now I'm assuming you wouldn't want it to show on the wall, so that's one thing that probably wouldn't make it the best. So obviously so far this is the best because it's light, because it's the only one I've done. So now compared to this one. So if we had to compare the brightness, I'd say that the cool orange is brighter, and it reflects on the wall too though. I would say that the bright orange is probably better. But, just my opinion. Now I'm not even sure which one I used here. However, whichever one I use, let me check. I used cloudy grey, okay. So, it doesn't really show on the wall that much at all. And I'd say maybe using 2 cloudy greys in this green would probably make it the best out of them all so far. So I would say cloudy grey's the best one so far. They just keep on beating each other. So let's try this one here. Okay, so, pretty sure this is sage green. I can't even remember. But you can see, it does show on the wall a bit, if you look closely at it. However, if I was to colour it, then you probably wouldn't be able to see it. So it probably is the best for brightness. However, it does show on the wall a fair bit, like you can see it there and there. So I would say cloudy grey is probably still the best, as you could just add another one. Okay, I don't know why this one has 2 doors on it. Wait, did I put a door on that one? Oh, it does, okay. There we go. So then, this one is, let me even check which one that was. Pretty sure I used that one there. So let's have a look at what this one was first. Pretty sure this was green. Oh no, that was yellow. And that was green, okay. So the pastel yellow is pretty bright, however it reflects a fair bit. So then this is sage green. And it doesn't make too much of a bright colour difference. So I would say that cloudy grey is still the best. Right. reflects on the walls a lot. However, it's actually quite bright. But I don't think it'd be the best colour to use for a build. So I'd still say cloudy grey at this point. So then there's this one. So this one's actually pretty good, and it somehow has light coming through the bottom. So I would probably, wait, is this sage green? Let me just open that door. Did I check the wrong one? It was that one there. Oh, that one is sage green. Wait, I have two sage greens. Oh, okay. Well, I'll make that brown, I guess. Because I don't have the brown. Let's go check on the brown. The brown's probably one that you mainly use for the walls, I guess. Wrong door. This one here. So, it definitely shows on the wall. Like, that looks more whitish brown than just white. And the door looks maroon, in a way. So, I would not recommend using brown as a light. Okay, white. This is probably one of the best ones to use. However, obviously, it can get very bright, as I showed at the beginning of the video. And if you have maybe one or two lights in a big room, then, well, it depends how big the room is. For a 3x3, you'd only need one. I would recommend using either white or linen, probably. Cloudy grey just isn't that bright, but it could definitely have a change over time. Okay, so beige. So this actually does look pretty good, and it does reflect on the wall a little bit, but definitely not as much as the other ones. So, beige is actually a pretty good colour, I would say, for a light, which is surprising because I don't think it would be. So the best now would probably have to be either white or beige. Sorry, cloudy grey. Well, there's not much to say about this one, it's very dark. But it can actually help if you have a lot of light and you want to decrease the amount of light. So, yeah, now onto the next one, which I believe might actually be the last one, or the second last one. Linen. So you can see it's pretty good. It reflects on the walls. Is this even linen? This is. Pretty sure. However, it's actually not that bad of a colour to use for a light. So I'd say beige, linen, and white are probably the best ones to use. Which one's that? Wait, how'd you get in? I have a gate there. Okay. She might have glitched, I'm not sure how that works. Unless it opens, anyways. Oh, so that was the brown. So I think that's all from then. Yes, that's all of them. So, out of all of the colours,
So this was a weird video. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.